We are going to discuss the composition of functions. It is a mathematical operation that involves combining two functions to create a new function. Let's suppose if you have two functions f of x and g of x. The composition of functions denoted as f composition g into x or f into g of x is obtained by taking the output of g and using it as the input of f. This is all about the composition of function. Further on, we will discuss some examples on composition of function, that how we solve composition of function. Let we have first example, f of x equals to 2x and g of x equals to x plus 3. We are going to find f into g of x and g into f of x. So let's start. Our first part is to find the composition of f into g of x. So our f of x function is 2x, and here we are using not x but the function g of x. So simply we substitute the value of g of x at the place of x. So we get 2 into x plus 3. Here what we have done, we simply put x is equals to g of x, which is x plus 3. So by simplifying we get 2 into x, which is 2x, plus 2 into 3, which is 6. So our composition f into g of x is equals to 2x plus 6. Let's move towards our part B. Here we are going to find composition of g into f of x. Here we put x as f of x. So g of x equals to x plus 3. We substitute x as f of x. So f of x is 2x. So our composition will be g into f of x is equals to 2x plus 3. Let we have another example where f of x equals to sine of x and g of x is equals to x square. So first part is we have to find f into g of x. So our f of x is sine of x. We put g of x in x, so we get sine of g of x. So here we substitute g of x is x square. So our composition of function f into g of x is x square. So let's move towards our second part. Here g of x equals to x square, and in term of x square we put f of x. So our composition will be f of x whole square. Here we get sine x whole square, which is equals to sine square x. This is our composition g into f of x. Let's take another example. F of x equals to e power x and g of x equals to log of x. So f into g of x will be using the simple concept e raised to the power g of x. So substituting the value of g of x, we get e raised to the power log of x. This is our composition f into g of x. In our second part, we have to find g into f of x. So our g of x is log of x and our f of x is e to the power x. So we put log of f of x. So by substituting the value of f of x, we get log of x e power x. This is our composition g into f of x. Here some question as an assignment. First is f of x equals to x plus 1 divided by x minus 1, and g of x is x minus 1 over 1 plus x. And second one is x plus 2 square, and g of x equals to under root x plus 1. 3 is f of x equals to sine 1 over x over cos of x, and g of x equals to 1 over x square plus 1. Fourth one is 2 sine x, and g of x equals to x plus 4. F of x equals to tan of x, and g of is equal to sine over cos of the